Welcome to our TikTok takeover.
Where we provide you with the hottest news on your favourite platform.
I'm Jack Wolf.
And I'm Joseph Banks.
And we only have one mic.
We're broke.
But first, here's a little insight into the Covfeed team who have sourced all your stories for today.
Suspect always sings Rich Baby Daddy and never stops. I think she's dressed like a minion today. Suspect always has a Greg's coffee on hand. Suspect always hates when we use our phones in class. Suspect has never been seen alive without a hat. Suspect just loves recording vox pops. Suspect doesn't teach third years and we're really sad about it. Suspect always comments on Jack's shorts.
It's winter, why is he wearing shorts?
Suspect thinks all bread in the UK is fake. Suspect hates when we touch anything in the gallery. Suspect thinks wearing a huge scarf makes him look mysterious. Suspect is criminally unprofessional in the newsroom. Suspect wears the same Molly May jacket every day. Suspect refers to himself as the tyrant whenever he's news-ed. Suspect sustains himself off of sausage rolls. Suspect has only been on time once in the last 2 months. Suspect claims to not speak English well but is low-key fluent.
Suspect can't read without her big dumb glasses. I forgot my line.
But I could use a sausage roll after all that running. And I do agree that Katie has big dumb glasses. But speaking of Katie, she's responsible for our next story about a banana.
How much would you pay for this banana? Well, you may be surprised to learn that this man, Justin Sun, forked over $6.2 million for a banana duct taped to the wall. Maurizio Catalan, known for his similarly eccentric pieces of modern art, is also responsible for duct taping a man to the wall in 1999. Titled Comedian, the piece was sold at Sotheby's auction house in New York yesterday. The artist paid just 35 cents for the banana from a fruit stand on the Lower East Side that very same morning. Do you think he overpaid?
Bananas aside, let's step into the...
My show. Bananas aside, let's step into the world of entertainment news. Something wicked this way comes.
Wicked being released today. Let's rate Wicked premiere looks. 7 out of 10. Love the Vivienne Westwood. But falls flat. Not her best. 4 out of 10. She looks lost and frightened, not giving what needed to be gave. 8 out of 10. Okay, Lufa, she made it kinda chic, though not gonna lie. 9 out of 10. So cutesy and demure. One of our faves from the green carpet. Okay. 2 out of 10. Wrong premiere. Beetlejuice was last month. 8 out of 10. 'Cause she ate majestic jellyfish. 6 out of 10. Love the top but a dumpster fire at the bottom. 4 out of 10. Don't know which has more plastic, her clothes or her face. 9 out of 10. Yes, yes, yes. Oh dear, spoke too soon. Make sure to follow Covfeed for more fashion take.
I think that was a great take, myself. I think we can all agree.
No. And next up, we have Jack giving more of his unwanted opinions for the hit release Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2 is breaking records while storming the international box office, making $87 million since its release on Friday. This is the highest international debut for any Ridley Scott film. Now, this is a sequel releasing 24 years after the beloved original, and there was no guarantee that this film would be a success. But so far, the film has been received positively by both critics and audiences. But I'm sure the glowing question you're all thinking is, what did I think? Or, as you might otherwise put it, no, I was not. The original is a classic by any stretch. Russell Crowe is magnetic, Ridley Scott's direction is intense and exciting, Rome itself feels real and brutal, and Joaquin Phoenix gives one of the best villain performances of all time. But where did all of that go? Aside from Denzel Washington's character and performance, I left Gladiator 2 with an immense empty feeling, and mostly asked the question, what was it all for? But I'm glad. It's doing well. And historical epics are a dying genre in big-budget blockbusters. If Gladiator 2 proves to be a success in the US market, where it releases there November 22nd, hopefully imitators will follow. Better imitators, please, better imitators. From the arena to the racetrack, where F1 is going to Sin City.
The Las Vegas Grand Prix is back. The Sin City is set to host its second ever race down the iconic Las Vegas Strip, with 20 of the best drivers battling it out for the win. Mercedes-AMG topped the timing sheets in free practice 1 and 2 this morning, with Ferrari being a fan favourite going into the weekend. Big points are also on the table for the Constructors' Championship, with McLaren leading but Ferrari close behind in second. After a dominant drive from Max Verstappen last time out in Brazil, the World Drivers' Championship could be decided this week as well. All Max has to do is outscore his closest rival Lando Norris by 3 points in the race. Follow for more F1 updates.
Legendary Sky Blues manager Mark Robbins received an honorary doctorate at Coventry Uni yesterday. Our man Joe was on the scene and had an interview with Robbins.
I'm grateful to Coventry University for awarding me this honour, and it's been a fantastic day. They've really looked after me, and the organisation behind it's incredible, and it's been a brilliant experience. I'm proud of everything that we did, and the collective. You know, there are a lot of people involved in this, in a football club, to get results. You know, players, the staff, coaches, the owners, everybody that's involved, and especially the supporters, and the supporters played a huge and significant role in helping us get to where we got to, and for that I can't thank them enough.
And speaking of managers,
we also took a look at the top-ranking gaffers of this Premier League season.
Right, ranking Premier League managers, who are we getting first?
Emery, put him last.
You go.
Put him
last.
last.
What do you mean
Put him
last?
dead last.
No, he's realistically, he's third.
Okay,
Third?
Put him fourth.
Fourth?
Fourth, put him
no
fourth.
chance, Aston Villa legend right there.
Fourth.
Okay, who are we getting now?
Ten Hag, dead last. We'll put him eighth.
No,
Eighth.
he just got sacked.
There's worse managers.
Who's that?
Postecoglou.
Nah.
I think he's fine for Spurs. I'll be honest, but you know, I think fifth.
Sixth. No,
I think
you're
fifth.
doing this way too fast.
Who's that?
Lokoteteki, the Wolves manager. No,
9. I say 9.
is he Wolves or West Ham?
I don't know. He's going 9. I don't know him.
Okay, fine.
Arteta. Oh, the little crybaby.
Third.
I'd say second.
No, I think Arnie sounds better than him.
Third. Okay. Who's
Who's
next?
this? Come on then.
Maresca. He's not been bad with Chelsea.
I would put him seventh. It's his first season
I'd say
in the Premier
6th.
League.
He's doing bits with
I
Chelsea.
would put him seventh. It's up to you.
I'm putting 6th. McKenna.
I'll put him 10th because it's his first season.
Yeah,
Ipswich
let's put him
probably can get relegated,
Let's
aren't
put him
they?
10th.
Arne
Slot 2.
The first in the league, you can't complain, can you?
Guardiola, the controversial man, losing 4. Just
4 in a
extended
row.
contract.
I
Do we
know,
put him
I know.
first or 7th? I mean, it's got to be
right.
first, doesn't it?
Maybe 7th. I wouldn't mind putting him 7th.
I'd put him 7th.
Has
but,
he
you know,
ruined football? Maybe. I don't know.
I think he has. Actually, just for that. He's ruined football, putting him 7th. Who's first?
Okay.
Eddie Howe, come on.
No,
Come on, Eddie Howe first.
No, that's
what
not
we
fair.
like. That's what we like.
fair.
That's
No, Eddie Howe's
perfect.
rubbish.
Perfect list.
I'm not saying that.
Fine, I'll do it. Oh. If there's one thing I know about less than football, it's periods. Maya went out to interrogate how little men know about periods.
I went out on the streets of Coventry to see what knowledge men have on women's periods.
Difficult, but no.
Now, I think a woman can do anything. It's a bit difficult. I'd say it's probably doable. In a pinch, it is probably doable. Not a clue though.
They can. Well, they actually, yeah, they can. They can. Yeah.
Around 5 days.
Depends on the woman. In my case, I have a sister, and no, the one that she lasted was the longest. I think was 2 weeks and a half.
I don't know, like a few weeks. I don't know.
Off the top of 18 days, something like that off the top of my head. Say stomach cramps, that's one. I remember that one. Quite hormonal, I've already mentioned that. That's probably going to be another. And to be honest, I don't really know at first. I've not really been taught anything about this, to be honest.
Hormonal change, stress levels increase, and they tend to get a little bit horny now and again.
They start cramp, obviously like bleeding, and then we usually my mum would ask for chocolate or something like that.
Pain throughout their stomach, well, lower and upper of the stomach, mood swings, and a lot of hunger.
Around a week?
I don't really know, but I'd say off the top of my head, I'd put it around 20 to 30 days.
People that have a cycle of a month, usually that's a natural way.
Oh, hang on, now it's your turn.
Who wrote this? And speaking of bloody messes, Trump's cabinet nominations were thrown into chaos yesterday. Here's a handsome fellow to tell us more. Matt Gaetz has run out of Matt Mates, as Trump's controversial Attorney General pick has decided he is a distraction and withdrawn from the nomination. Gaetz became notorious in his role as a firebrand congressman for Florida's 1st District. He received rare bipartisan support against him, as both his Democratic opponents and Republican colleagues expressed dissatisfaction and frustration with Gaetz's antics. But he became most well known and gained the most derision for various sex scandals, most notoriously an investigation by the DOJ into child sex trafficking, where Gaetz was reported to have paid for a 17-year-old's travel so that they could have sex. Even outside of being outright illegal, Gaetz was regarded by his colleagues as sleazy, with Republicans reporting that he'd show them nudes of women on the House floor in Congress. A fierce Trump loyalist, his nomination shouldn't have been a surprise, but gasps were heard in Congress at the announcement, and it's clear that his nomination was a step too far for Republicans. This was arguably the first true test of Trump's renewed power following the election, and it is interesting to think that it seemed that he's lost this one, despite his decisive victory. Trump's new pick for Attorney General, Pam Bondi, not without controversy herself, is at least clearly more qualified for the role, having served as Florida Attorney General. We will have to wait and see how this all develops, as Trump's cabinet picks seem to reflect the man himself. Volatile and unpredictable. That's it for Covfeed. There's been a lot of variety today on the...
No. There's been a lot of variety today on the Covfeed TikTok takeover, but we figured it would be good to end on something nice. Here's Rianne taking a look at the Birmingham Christmas market. I had that coming.
Come with me to Birmingham's Frankfurt Christmas Market, the largest German market in the UK. First, I decided to stop off at the ice bar to get a hot chocolate. It was really nice vibes in here. On the board, it did say it was £4 for a hot chocolate, but actually with whipped cream and marshmallows, it was actually £4.50. It was really nice, and as you can see, I'm enjoying it here. Next, I got 3 marshmallows for £5, toast them on a skewer. I do think this is a little bit expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but it was really nice, and I think it's all part of the Christmas vibes. Here are the prices for German sausages and also the prices for traditional Dutch batter cakes, which I do think are pretty reasonable. Although the prices have increased this year, I do think that the beer prices are still pretty fair. Next, I took a look at the rides and amusements that they had, which I do think adds to the vibe and really creates this a fun, family-friendly event. The wheel will cost you £8 per adult, but watch out if you're taking any pets, because they get charged too. Overall, I think it's a great day out, and without actually buying anything, you can easily just have a stroll through and it will cost you nothing at all.